Okay, our final example today, a to the negative second, x, y to the negative first, plus az to the negative first. We have negative powers in this one, we have negative powers in this one, and we have a plus sign in between them. All right, to the left of the plus sign, x is behaving itself to the first power, a to the second, and y to the first both belong on the bottom. In the red circled term, a is behaving itself, stays on top, z belongs on the bottom to the first power. The denominators of the two fractions are a squared y and z. So a, y, and z are all different. We always take the highest power of each when we make the common denominator. So a to the second, y, z is the least common denominator. And again, all you really have to ask yourself is, how do I need to change these things? So what's missing here?
Z.
Z is missing, right? So if I wanted a times z on the bottom, I've got to put a times z on top. So altogether, out of that term, I'm going to get xz. What's missing on the red one?
A squared y.
A squared y is missing on this one, so I need an a squared y on top. And out of the red one, I'm going to have a times a squared times y becomes plus a cubed y. That's another way to do it, if you want to do it that way. Instead of writing a parentheses a squared y, you can just do the times, the same thing on top and bottom, times the same thing on top and bottom for each fraction. And then you can write the simplified version down here. Once again, can it reduce? No. This has a, this has a, this doesn't. This has z, this has z, this doesn't. This has y, that doesn't. So all three things have to contain the same letter. Let me show you one that would reduce in case it happens. A squared x plus 2a cubed y over 4a to the fourth. All right? A, everything has a in it, right? The lowest power is 2. So if I take a squared out of this, I'm going to be left with x. If I take a squared of that, I'm left with 2a y. Take a squared of that, I get 4a squared. Once I've taken a squared out, the smallest power of a, this has a, this has a, this doesn't, you can't reduce anymore. So what you can reduce by, if you have a common letter, is the smallest power. Just reduce each power by that number. The smallest one goes away, the other one's just reduced by that many. That's how you reduce them. If they do reduce, again, I don't think it happens anytime in the near future, but when it does, that's what it looks like.